wanted to talk about today is mindfulness. So I just went to a retreat with my mom for mindfulness, and when I say I took notes, I took some notes. And I wanted to share we went and spoke with, his name is Donald Altman. He was a monk. He studied this for a long time. He has a huge background in it and a huge, just mindful way of living and being able to get anyone to be able to meditate and be mindful. Let me tell you, for me, to get this mind to slow down is truly amazing. And I was actually able to clear my mind of all thoughts for at least 3 minutes. And by all thoughts, I didn't use any of his tactics. He had one tactic of finding a focus word to bring you back, or a vision to bring you back, whether that's as you're sitting there trying to be mindful, being present and meditate, you could focus on a word, whether it's thinking or wandering. I use the word wandering because I found it more therapeutic to say wandering. So every time I sat there and my mind started to think of something else, I just replaced that thought with the word wandering. And let me tell you, the first 20-minute practice, it was something like this: wandering, 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 and so on for like the 20 minutes. I felt like we were there for 3 hours. I was like, oh my God, my mind is like, I can't do this. And I wanted to give up, but I didn't. I kept going back. I kept trying to focus. And by the end, I was able to sit there for at least 3 minutes and not have to say the word wandering, and not have my mind wander, and be completely present in my body and feel my body. He gave us a lot of tools. And over the next few weeks together, I'm going to give you some of those tools to be more mindful. Because why is mindfulness and being mindful an important part of your lifestyle shift? Because if you are mindful of the things that are going on in your body, you are mindful about the things you are putting in your mouth, you have mindfulness in your entire life, you are able to create a balance that is critical in maintaining a long-term lifestyle where you are fully energized and feeling on fire and fully amazed, so that you don't have to say no. I know this process seems really tedious, doing the elimination and testing and finding out what fuels your body, but if you take this time for you, for your health, you are able to really go through and dig through and find out, this is good for my body and this is not. And then you can make a choice and be mindful when those things are presented to you. If I present to you with something like gluten and you have a sensitivity to gluten, you can make a mindful decision of whether you are going to suffer the symptoms of eating that gluten-filled whatever it is, or if you are going to mindfully decline my offer because you don't want those symptoms. So it's really important to be mindful in the things you do and do things with intention. It's so easy, and our cravings are so and our hormones are so messed up that it's so easy to just reach for things that are convenient, reach for those things that are good go-tos for controlling those feelings and those emotions and those cravings. However, they might not be good for controlling the symptoms that are why you are here and wanting to change your life, because you want to have the energy, the chronic fatigue, the chronic pain, the bloat, the digestive issues, the depression. All of that could be because you are not being mindful about the things you are putting in your body. So I'm going to lead you through one of Donald Altman's techniques that he taught me this weekend that helped me start being able to get into that mindfulness of everything that's around me, walking with intention. I walk into a room in my house that I've lived here for a year and a half, and I looked at things and I was like, holy crap, I didn't even know that was there, because I wasn't mindful of my surroundings. And it's just little things like that being mindful can all of a sudden bring in so much more to you, and it can help you open your heart up and open your body up and your mind and your spirit to being abundant in the things that you want, like abundance in energy. Who doesn't want an abundance in energy? So Yes, I'm going to look down at my notes to try to keep me on track. But here is what he calls the core mindfulness meditation. You can do this for 1 minute. You can do this for 30 seconds. You can do this for 10 minutes. It's up to you where you're at in your mindful meditation practice. You can do this walking. You can do this in nature. You can do this sitting on your floor. You can do this first thing when you wake up. You can do this sitting on the toilet if you want to. If that's the only time you get peace and quiet, then you can take a few extra minutes to sit there and just become present with today, this moment, not what was yesterday, not what is tomorrow, but present in this current moment. So here's how it works. It's a 3-part practice. 1, the body as it is. Think of your body like a tree, like you're rooting down into the earth to just release and send good energy from head to toe. You want to be rooted. You want your posture to be like a tree, to be strong. We don't want to be all slouchy and all over the place. We want to be present and posture like a strong tree. 2 is breathing. In breath, pause, out breath. Really focus on your breath. Is your breath in your upper chest or is it in your belly? If you're not sure, breathe like you normally would, like you're breathing every day. Is your hand on the top moving or the hand on the bottom? Is one more pronounced than the other? Really think about it. And when you start thinking about it in this practice, you don't have to take the deep breath and fill your whole belly and fill everything up and do all of that until you're comfortable. Once you're comfortable, breathe in and fill up your chest. Breathe in and fill up your entire diaphragm and your belly. Do some belly breathing if you can in this moment. And then your mind, you want your mind as it is. You want it to be non-judging. You want it to be non-labeling. If all of a sudden something pops into your mind, let's say, oh, I've got to, body image or something, like, oh, I'm so overweight or I'm so low energy. Label that what it is. It's a thought. It's an energy. It's a emotion. It's whatever it is. Label it and let it go. Move forward. Try to get your mind as clear as possible. So how it looks is you find yourself, let's say you're doing it seated. You can do this outside walking, but just relax your body in a good posture and start to feel where you are. Pull your shoulders back. Start really like being here, being present, not looking around, not being in whatever else is going on. Be in your body and be present like a giant redwood tree. Just be present. The second part of this is just breathe. Breathe in. Pause for a moment at the bottom and then breathe out. So when you're standing tall, now you're focusing on your breath, going in and out. In, pause, out. And keep that going. Now I want you to start closing your eyes and turn your mind inward and start thinking about what's in your head. I want you to start labeling those thoughts that are running through your head while you're breathing. Whatever it is, let it go. Relax. If you find your mind going in too many different directions, find a focus word or a focus visualization. Maybe your focus word, like mine, was wandering. Every time your mind wanders, say the word wandering in your head. Maybe you think of a thought as a leaf going down a stream, and that thought passes you and you watch it drift away. Whatever it is, start letting your mind detox. So all you need to do for this practice is find a spot where you are walking, where you are standing, where you are being within your body, where you are a strong posture. Breathe in and out. And once you get to the point where you understand your breath, figure out what's in your mind, whether that's labeling it, letting it go, watching it drift down a stream on a, if you're a visual person, on a leaf and watching it drift away. Or if that doesn't work for you, use a mantra or a saying, whether it's wondering, thinking, but just don't let your mind go in too many different directions and sit there for a minute. And that's the core mindful meditation practice. You can do this for a minute and watch how much comes out once you're able to draw in and be present in this moment Watch how that change is how you're eating, how you're interacting in your relationships, and how you're interacting with your entire new lifestyle shift. So that's my little rant on mindfulness today. From again, I learned that from an former monk and person that's renowned in helping people find mindfulness. He also helped people for a long time with eating disorders and mindfulness and mindful eating. So he was amazing. And he got this girl to slow down enough and meditate to where my mind was clear without having to use any of the tools to keep my mind clear. It just was, I was a blank space and I was present in that moment, in that place. So I hope that this is helpful for you. And I hope that as I bring more tools, you'll see how being present can really help you. If you're struggling with an eating disorder, or if you're struggling with eating, maybe use this practice for 1 minute before you start shoveling your food in your face when you're eating. So I hope you have a great freaking day. Go be mindful. Go mindfully through your day today. Do one thing that is fully present in this moment, clearing every other thought, whether that's using this practice that I just told you about, or if that is intentionally walking someplace. That means slowing down and looking at those things. Even if you do it for 10 steps, slow down for 10 steps, look around. What is new that you didn't see before that probably has been there forever? So have a great day, everyone, and I will talk to you soon, rock stars. Let's stop dragging it through life and live the lives we love.